There's a bunch of stuff I wanted to get to today, but this story came up all of a sudden, and I feel like it's something I have to talk about. It's Chris Cruz on Hot 1079, and I feel that I have a responsibility, since I have this voice and so many people can hear us, to talk about this. Happened right in our own backyard as well, in Greensburg, Indiana, at a church where a young boy was obviously spoon-fed and forced to sing this song. Kid looks about 3 years old, and here's the song he was singing.
I know the Bible says somebody goes home and Lord is 27. Ain't no homo gonna make you better.
You can see the video of that song on my blog on the Chris Cruz page of hot1079online.com. If you can't make out the words, the 3-year-old boy is singing, "The Bible's right, somebody's wrong." Romans 1:26 and 27. Ain't no homos gonna make it to heaven. Someone thought it was a good idea for their 3-year-old son to preach about how homos aren't going to heaven, and then the entire crowd goes bananas and starts cheering him on. And this is not a conversation about religion, what's right or wrong. I just want to know, when did it become okay to teach our 3-year-old children about how to hate somebody else and to fill them with hate and discrimination? Is that something that's all of a sudden okay? To teach your child who doesn't even know what the word homo or the word gay means, to raise them hating gay people? I mean, chime in. 7484-HOT. That's our number here.
Hi, I just heard your discussion about the 3-year-old in Greensboro.
Yeah, who was singing, "Ain't no homos gonna make it to heaven."
That's disgusting that we would teach our children and the next generation to hate someone that they don't even know.
And don't even know what the word means.
Yeah.
You think you think a 3-year-old boy knows or even cares what the word gay means?
No, not at all. But they're going to grow up knowing that that's something wrong, as they should hate that person. Don't just hate anyone right off the bat, ever.
Man, I'm getting so heated about this. What's your name?
Christina.
Christina, you're awesome. I really appreciate you calling today.
Thank you.
I'll talk to you soon, all right?
All right, bye.
Okay, I am a grandma of 5, and I'll tell you, that what they did was wrong. Never, ever teach a child that way, because that's how races get started.
Right, and like I said before, this isn't a discussion about what's right or wrong, and if you believe homosexuality is wrong, you're entitled to your opinion, but you should not infuse children with hate.
No, I am totally against it. So whoever's family it was wrong, and so they should be accountable for what just happened.
Andrew, I know you're getting heated here. What do you want to say?
I mean, it's completely unbelievable, and furthermore, to stoop to their level and, speak to what that child is saying, and I disagree with it completely. But, if they're not going to heaven, let's look at Ellen DeGeneres, who does nothing but good things for people,
Right.
She's gay, and so what? She's doing nothing but good things for people in her life. Not to get religious, but to say, what if she's going to heaven and he's saying she's gay, so she's not? So, I mean, look at that. I mean, she's a perfectly good person, and it's just completely appalling as far as I'm concerned.
I think the worst part of it is, honestly, this little boy who's 3 years old singing, "Ain't no homo's going to make it to heaven," doesn't even know what he's saying and is going to grow up in a house full of hate, and he's probably going to end up being a terrible person because of his parents.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
It's just sad, man. It's just really, regardless of what your belief is, the whole thing is just very sad.
And you're right. He's going to grow up learning to hate.
I'm going to do something that I've never done before on Hot 1079. It's Chris Cruz. You can see the video on my blog, again, on the Chris Cruz page of hot1079online.com. I'm going to talk about religion just for 1 second, because there was a 3-year-old boy in a church who was trained to sing the words, "Ain't no homos gonna make it to heaven." Never talked about this before and probably never will again. I'm not a religious person. I do not practice any religion. I don't really claim a faith. So for me, this is not a religious issue. It's just an issue of acceptance and not spreading hate. But Emily, you're a religious person, and you wanted to talk about how this relates to you. Go ahead.
Christianity is supposed to be based on brotherly love. That just completely goes against it, because Jesus said, "Love one another as I have loved you." How is that loving one another?
I never, ever really get nervous or feel awkward when I'm on Hot 1079, but today, this is just tough for me. This is hard.
It is, because it's not about what a person believes. If you think homosexuality is wrong, fine, you're entitled to your opinion, but you shouldn't make other people believe your opinion without even giving them the chance to form their own opinion on it.
Yeah, I have a 2-year-old nephew, Luke, and his mom and dad and my brother and his wife are awesome. But I'll be damned if they ever teach that kid to hate anybody.
It's horrifying to me to teach a small child to hate someone else.
Ain't no homo gonna make you better.
If you can't make it out, the 3-year-old boy was taught to sing the words, "Ain't no homo gonna make it to heaven." And obviously, a lot of people touched by this today, getting a lot of calls and a lot of tweets and Facebook messages as well. I'm not a parent. I have a 2-year-old nephew, Luke, who I'm lucky enough to see maybe 6-7 times a year since I don't live at home where my brother and my sister-in-law live. But I just hope that he gets to grow up in a world where there aren't hateful people like that. You can believe whatever you'd like. I'm not telling you what to believe and how to teach your children. But I implore you to raise them in a household that's understanding and not filled with hate.